There are 9 things you should never do during the 7th lunar month, often called the ghost month. Break these rules, and it's not just about losing money or luck. You could invite misfortune, sickness, or even tragedy that affects your whole family. Now, this isn't some random superstition meant to scare people. It comes from centuries of folk wisdom and from the Buddhist teaching of cause and effect. The 7th month on the lunar calendar, known as Ghost Month, or the time when the gates of the underworld open, is believed to be when the boundary between the living and the dead loosens. Restless spirits, still hungry and unsatisfied, are released to wander in search of food offerings from the living. That's why people are extra cautious this month, reminding each other to keep a pure heart, avoid wrongdoing, and pay close attention to taboos. Friends, if you stick with me through this video, you'll learn exactly what not to do in Ghost Month, and just as important, how to protect yourself and your family. By avoiding these mistakes, you can steer clear of danger, keep peace at home, and plant seeds of good karma for a smoother life ahead. As the Buddha taught, the root of all virtue lies in the heart. A good heart is worth more than talent. If you keep your mind clear, stay away from harmful acts, and choose kindness, blessings will naturally flow into your life. Let's begin with the first taboo. Never hang a wind chime above your bed during Ghost Month. A lot of people think of wind chimes as harmless decor that brings pleasant sounds. But in traditional belief, a wind chime is also like a spirit caller. The gentle tinkling sound at night is thought to attract wandering souls. And during Ghost Month, when spirits are free to roam, that sound can act like an invitation. If you hang one right above your bed, you might unintentionally invite restless ghosts to linger near your sleeping place, leading to nightmares, anxiety, or even illness. In Buddhism, sound is powerful. Monks use temple bells to awaken the mind and guide people back toward goodness. But a wind chime above the bed in this month is different. It can stir up unsettled energy and draw in what you don't want. Instead of wind chimes, it's far better to light incense and chant Namo Amitabha Buddha or Namo Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva, dedicating the merit to wandering souls so they may suffer less and move on. There's even a story passed down from the northern provinces of Vietnam. A wealthy family had a young daughter who suddenly couldn't sleep. She kept seeing shadowy figures near her window. At first, her parents brushed it off as bad dreams, but her health quickly declined. One day, an old monk visited their home and noticed a wind chime hanging right over her bed. He explained that during Ghost Month, a wind chime above the bed was like leaving the door open for spirits. He told them to remove it and instead chant together as a family before sleep. Within days, the little girl recovered and peace returned to the household. That story is a reminder. Sometimes it's the smallest things, like a decorative object, that can invite trouble. During Ghost Month, the last thing you want is a wind chime above your bed. Keep your bedroom clean, calm, and sacred. It's a place of rest, not disturbance. Think about it. How many times have we bought something for our home just because we liked it, without considering what it might symbolize? How often have we unknowingly planted seeds for bad outcomes, only to panic later when misfortune struck? As the Buddha taught, the mind is the source of everything. A peaceful mind brings a peaceful life. If we avoid taboos, focus on good deeds, and stay mindful, we'll pass through Ghost Month in safety. If you find this helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe, and share so more people can avoid these mistakes. And tell me in the comments, have you ever hung a wind chime above your bed in Ghost Month and felt uneasy? Let's talk about it together. Namo Amitabha Buddha. Now, Let's move on to the second taboo of Ghost Month. Never leave clothes hanging outside overnight. These days, many busy families do laundry after dark and leave clothes out to dry. But old sayings warn, on ghostly nights of the 7th month, wandering spirits walk the earth. Why? Because clothing carries the scent and shape of the person who wears it. At night, in a month when spirits roam freely, clothes become an easy vessel for them to cling to. If you hang clothes overnight during Ghost Month, you might unknowingly let a spirit attach itself to them. The next day, when you wear those clothes, you could feel drained, heavy, or unlucky. People have even described eerie dreams after wearing clothes left outside overnight. Dreams of shadowy figures, feelings of being watched, or sudden chills in the summer heat. Buddhist scriptures remind us that in this month, souls suffering in the underworld are released to receive offerings. They're hungry, restless, and searching for refuge. If we're careless, it's like leaving the door open. The real danger isn't just from spirits. It's also the fear and unease that unsettles our minds, which can then manifest as sickness or misfortune. There's a folk tale from southern Vietnam. A young couple who worked the fields by day often did laundry at night. One evening in Ghost Month, the wife left a whole line of clothes out in the yard. That night, she dreamed of a pale woman in white, hair loose, standing silently by the clothesline, eyes filled with sorrow, reaching out for something to wear. When she woke up, she felt icy cold, and for days she fell ill without explanation. A monk at the local temple told her the spirit had borrowed the clothes. He advised them never to hang laundry outside at night during Ghost Month and instead to do good deeds, like offering food to the needy or freeing animals, to transfer merit to lost souls. The couple followed his advice, and soon her health returned and peace was restored. So remember, in Ghost Month, don't hang your clothes outside overnight. It might sound like a small thing, but it can open the door to something you don't want. That story we just shared is a vivid reminder of the wisdom passed down from our ancestors. These taboos weren't created out of thin air. Back then, people didn't have science or machines, but through careful observation and lived experience, they developed lessons to guide future generations. And when we look at it through the lens of Buddhist teachings, it all comes back to the law of cause and effect. If we live with respect, keep a kind heart, and avoid forbidden actions, good fortune follows. But if we ignore the warnings, whether out of carelessness or pride, misfortune has a way of finding us. So, what if you must hang clothes at night during Ghost Month? Here's how to protect yourself. First, avoid it if you can. Try to dry clothes during the day when the sun is still up. Second, if you really have no choice, hang them indoors, under a roof, in a well-lit spot. And while you do it, keep your mind calm and recite Namo Amitabha Buddha or Namo Kshitigarbha Bodhisattva. Third, when wearing those clothes again, silently dedicate merit to any wandering spirit that might have clung to them, wishing they move on peacefully. By doing this, you not only avoid bad luck, but also plant seeds of compassion in your own life. You might think, come on, something as small as hanging laundry at night. Could it really matter? But that's exactly the point. The little things test whether we stay mindful and respect the wisdom of tradition. In the Dhammapada, the Buddha said, "The wise see danger even in small matters, while the foolish ignore them and suffer." That's why, during Ghost Month, you should never leave clothes drying outside overnight. What about you? Have you ever done this without realizing? And do you believe that a small habit like this could keep your home safe and at peace? If this teaching feels useful, please hit like, subscribe, and share it so more families can stay protected during Ghost Month. Namo Amitabha Buddha. Now let's move on to the third taboo of Ghost Month. Never call someone by their name at night. There's an old saying, on the nights of the 7th month, don't call someone's name, or their soul might slip away and a ghost could steal it. At first glance, that sounds like pure superstition. But when you look deeper, through the wisdom of Buddhist teachings and the experience of past generations, it makes a lot of sense. Nighttime is already when yin energy is strong and yang energy is weak. And in the 7th lunar month, when the boundary between worlds is loosened, hungry spirits are roaming freely. If you call out someone's name in the dark, it's like sending out a beacon. Wandering souls might mistake that call as meant for them and follow the sound. The person whose name is called could then become a target, feeling chills, unease, nightmares, or even unexplained illness. In Buddhist thought, name and consciousness are connected. When someone hears their own name, their spirit stirs. That's why monks in deep meditation often avoid conversation, to keep the mind undisturbed. So if you call someone's name at night, especially in Ghost Month, it can stir not just the living, but also those from the unseen world. There's a folk tale along the Red River. 2 boys were playing hide-and-seek on the night of the Ghost Festival. One boy couldn't find his friend and began shouting his name near the temple. That night, he dreamed of being surrounded by strange figures, all of them calling his name, pulling at him. He woke in a sweat, burning with fever, and was bedridden for 3 days. His parents brought him to the temple, where the abbot explained, calling names during Ghost Month is like putting up a sign inviting spirits. Hungry ghosts will hear it, enter dreams, and disturb you. After chanting and dedicating merit, the boy recovered. From a Buddhist view, wandering souls are not strangers. They could have been our parents, siblings, or loved ones in past lives. Because of unfinished karma, they linger. When they hear a name at night, they think someone is calling for them and come closer. If we approach with compassion, chanting and praying, they benefit. But if we casually call out someone's name during Ghost Month, we might unintentionally attract restless spirits. So what can we do instead? First, avoid calling names at night whenever possible, especially in lonely places. If you need someone's attention, approach them directly, or use words like, hey, buddy, or friend, instead of their actual name. Second, make it a habit to chant before bed, Namo Amitabha Buddha, or Namo Kshitigarbha Bodhisattva, to strengthen protective energy and help you rest peacefully. Third, if you accidentally call someone's name and feel uneasy afterward, put your hands together and pray. Namo Amitabha Buddha. I dedicate this merit to all wandering souls. May you find peace and liberation. A prayer from the heart can calm your spirit and turn misfortune into blessing. The Buddha once said in the Dhammapada, the wise guard their words as treasure, for one careless word brings harm, but a kind word creates blessing. So let's be mindful, especially in this month of ghosts. Think about it. How often do children play outside at night, calling each other's names without a second thought? And have you ever felt that eerie shiver, as if someone whispered your name in the dark? Maybe that was more than just imagination. If you find value in this teaching, please like, subscribe, and share so more people can avoid this hidden danger. Namo Amitabha Buddha. Now, let's move on to the 4th taboo of Ghost Month. Never pick up stray money from the street and bring it home. Friends, in daily life, we sometimes come across a coin or a few bills lying on the sidewalk, at a market corner, or by a crossroad. Some might think, lucky me. Free money from the sky. But from ancient times, people have warned, especially during Ghost Month, Do not pick up money from the street, and certainly don't take it home. That money may not be lost at all. It could very well be spirit offering money, left intentionally for wandering ghosts. During this month, it's common for people to burn joss paper, or scatter real money, or spirit money, on the streets. These offerings aren't meant for the living. They're given to wandering, hungry souls with no place to belong. If you pick that money up and use it, you're basically taking what was set aside for the dead. It's seen as disrespectful. And worse, it could invite those restless spirits to follow you home. That's what our elders called bringing ghostly energy into the household. There's an old folk tale from central Vietnam. A young man walking home from the market spotted a bill lying under a big banyan tree. Thinking nothing of it, he pocketed the money. But soon after, strange things began happening in his home. Knocks at the door in the middle of the night, the family dog barking at nothing, dreams of a white figure drifting around the house. What was once a peaceful family became unsettled. When they finally sought guidance from a temple, the monk simply asked, "Did you pick up anything strange this month?" The young man admitted to finding the money. The monk explained it wasn't lost, it was spirit money. He guided the young man to repent, release animals as an act of compassion, and dedicate merit through chanting. Only then did peace return to the household. From a Buddhist view, everything has cause and connection. Even a single coin, once dedicated as an offering, carries spiritual meaning. It bridges the living and the dead. Taking it for yourself cuts that bond and creates new karmic debt. The Buddha once said, "Do not take what is not yours." Simple words, but deeply true. Chasing a little gain can invite big consequences. Is it really worth it? So what if you accidentally pick up money during Ghost Month? The answer, don't keep it for yourself. Place it on a Buddha altar or give it away as charity to the poor, restoring its original purpose. And while doing so, recite Namo Amitabha Buddha, dedicating the merit to wandering souls. That sincere intention can transform a bad act into a good seed. Some people argue, finders keepers, what's the harm? But Ghost Month isn't like any other time of year. The line between worlds is thinner, spirits are more present, and karmic weight is heavier. Money scattered on the ground is meant as charity for the unseen. If you take it, it's like stealing food from the starving. Can that ever lead to good? Remember, not every small gain is real gain. Sometimes it's a karmic trap. The Buddha taught in the 42 Chapters Sutra, if one seizes small profits and forsakes the way, greater misfortune will come. Ghost Month is exactly the time to train ourselves in letting go, resisting greed, respecting karma. So let me ask you, have you ever picked up money off the street and thought it was good luck? And have you ever wondered if that luck might actually have been the start of something uneasy? Now, let's move on to the fifth taboo of Ghost Month. Never wander out at night, especially in lonely places. There's a saying, by day, yang energy is strong. By night, yin energy rises. It's not only about observing nature's rhythm, it also reflects belief in the unseen. The 7th lunar month, Ghost Month, is when the gates between worlds are open and hungry souls roam free. At night, especially near graveyards, crossroads, or ancient trees, these spirits are thought to gather. Walking in such places at night is like stepping straight into the borderland of the unseen. Strong-willed people might feel nothing, but the vulnerable, children, pregnant women, or those with weak spirits, are more likely to be shaken, leading to sickness, nightmares, or even accidents. Buddhism doesn't aim to frighten us, but the Buddha did remind us that the human body is fragile and the mind easily swayed. When we're anxious at night, we imagine things, and sometimes that fear becomes its own danger. A story from the Mekong Delta tells of a group of teenagers who dared each other to hang out in a cemetery on the Ghost Festival night. They laughed, treating it like a game. But days later, one boy fell ill, screaming in his sleep about figures in white chasing him. Hospitals found no cause. Only after monks were invited to chant and dedicate merit did his health return. Since then, elders in that village warn, "Have fun if you must, but don't mess around during Ghost Month, or you'll bring trouble home." From the Buddhist view, night is for rest. The body and mind need stillness to heal. Staying out late in empty places not only wears you down physically, but it also exposes you to unsettling energies. Instead of roaming, it's better to chant, pray, or simply spend time with family. That strengthens peace and adds merit. If you absolutely must go out at night in Ghost Month, here's what you can do. First, avoid it as much as possible. If it's truly necessary, don't go alone. Bring someone with you. Second, carry something sacred like prayer beads or silently recite Namo Amitabha Buddha as you walk. That mindfulness becomes your light and shield. Third, when you return home, wash your hands and feet, light incense at your family altar, and pray for safety. You might ask, isn't this just being overly cautious? Should we really live in fear? The answer is no. These taboos aren't meant to scare. They're meant to remind us to live carefully and respect cause and effect. Just like you'd stay indoors during a storm, Ghost Month is a spiritual storm when the worlds overlap. It's simply wise to be careful. In the Anguttara Nikaya, the Buddha said, "The wise know the right time and place. Then their actions bring peace." Ghost Month is the time. Lonely, dark places at night are the place. Knowing this difference is the key. So, think about it. How many times have we gone out late just for fun, forgetting our loved ones waiting at home, worried for our safety? And how many times have we ignored ancestral warnings, only to find ourselves facing strange misfortune? The taboos of Ghost Month aren't superstition. They're reminders to stay mindful, respect karma, and protect peace in our lives. If you found these lessons helpful so far, please hit like, subscribe, and share, so more people can learn how to protect themselves during this sensitive month. Namo Amitabha Buddha. Now let's move on to the 6th taboo of Ghost Month. Never cut your hair or nails at night. There's an old saying, hair and nails carry a person's vital energy. In other words, they're not just scraps of the body, they're tied to your life force. Cutting them at night, especially in Ghost Month, is believed to weaken your energy and make you more vulnerable to dark influences that might cling to you. In folk belief, nighttime is when yin energy is strongest and yang is weak. Cutting hair or nails, then, is like lowering your defenses. Ghosts wandering about during this month may latch on to what you've discarded, following it back to you. That's when people report feeling drained, restless, plagued by nightmares, or falling sick without reason. The Buddha once taught, the human body is precious, protect it. That doesn't just mean staying physically healthy. It also means respecting even the smallest parts of yourself. Carelessness toward your own body creates disharmony in both body and mind. Cutting hair or nails at night in Ghost Month may seem trivial, but it's one of those careless acts that can disturb your balance and draw unwanted energy. There's a story from northern Vietnam about a young woman who, on the night of the Ghost Festival, trimmed her nails before bed. That night, she dreamed of cold, lifeless hands with long nails scratching at her, clutching her wrists. She woke up exhausted and shaken. A monk later explained that her nighttime grooming during Ghost Month had invited disturbing energy. Only after she repented, released animals as an act of compassion, and dedicated prayers did her peace return. Buddhism sees this through the law of cause and effect. When the mind is unsettled, it creates illusions. Those illusions attract negative energy. Cutting hair or nails at the wrong time, when yin energy is high, becomes the condition for fear, nightmares, and karmic disturbance to arise. The solution is simple. Do it during the day. Daytime, with its strong yang energy, keeps things clear and balanced. If you absolutely must cut at night, do it indoors with bright light. Wash your hands and feet first. Silently recite Namo Amitabha Buddha and keep a calm mind. Afterwards, carefully gather the clippings and either bury them or dispose of them neatly. Never scatter them outside, which shows disrespect to your own body. Think about it. How many times have we clipped our nails late at night, rushing only to sleep poorly afterward? Sometimes those small discomforts are subtle warnings to be more mindful. The Buddha said in the Dhammapada, "No one protects you better than yourself." Guarding against even small taboos isn't superstition. It's self-respect. Just like avoiding potholes on a rough road, you're simply protecting yourself wisely. So remember, during Ghost Month, avoid cutting your hair or nails at night. Treat your body with respect. Keep your mind calm, and you'll also be protecting your spirit. If you find this lesson valuable, please like, subscribe, and share so others can avoid this mistake. Namo Amitabha Buddha. Now let's move on to the 7th taboo of Ghost Month. Never stare into a mirror at night. Friends, mirrors are an everyday object in every home. They help us fix our hair, adjust our clothes, and reflect our image. But tradition warns, during the nights of the 7th month, don't gaze into a mirror, or you may invite bad luck. Why? Because in spiritual belief, a mirror doesn't just reflect, it can act like a doorway between the living and the unseen. By day, in sunlight, there's nothing to worry about. But at night, with darkness all around, mirrors can unsettle the mind, stir up illusions, and, during Ghost Month especially, serve as a channel for wandering spirits. There are many eerie stories about people seeing an extra face in the mirror at night or catching a fleeting figure standing behind them. Science may call it low light and stress-induced hallucination, but Buddhism reminds us when the mind is restless, delusion arises. Delusion attracts dark energy. So the danger isn't just in what the mirror shows, but in what the unsettled mind draws in. One tale from the northern mountains tells of a young woman who, out of curiosity on Ghost Festival night, accepted a dare from her friends to summon spirits by staring into a mirror. At first, she saw only herself. But suddenly, behind her reflection, appeared a long-haired figure with a blurred face. Terrified, she fainted. Afterward, she suffered nightmares and lost her spirit. Only after rituals of repentance and chanting at the temple did she regain her peace. In Buddhist teaching, the Buddha once said, "When the mind is calm, the world is calm. When the mind is restless, the world feels restless." A mirror itself isn't dangerous, but when our mind is unsettled, it becomes a mirror of delusion, and what we see reflected is shaped by our own fears. That's why the wise choose the right time to look in the mirror, by day, in clear light, and avoid it at night, especially during Ghost Month. The fix is simple. Make it a habit to use mirrors only during the day with natural light. If you absolutely must look in the mirror at night, turn on all the lights, keep your mind steady, and quietly recite Namo Amitabha Buddha first to strengthen your spiritual protection. And never place a mirror facing your bed. When we sleep, our consciousness is loose. If a mirror reflects our image through the night, it can stir up unease, disturb our rest, and harm our health over time. Think about it. How many times have we stood before a mirror at night, out of habit, without realizing it could unsettle us. Have you ever looked into a mirror in the dark and suddenly felt a chill, as if unseen eyes were watching you? That's your reminder to wake up and be more mindful. In the Anguttara Nikaya, the Buddha taught, "The wise know what to do and what to avoid, and blessings follow them as surely as a shadow follows the body." Avoiding mirrors at night during Ghost Month is one way to keep those blessings intact, for yourself and for your family. So let's be clear. During Ghost Month, do not gaze into mirrors at night. Let them serve their simple purpose in daylight, not become a doorway to unease in the dark. Now we come to the 8th taboo of Ghost Month. Never eat offerings left outside on the street. Friends, during the 7th lunar month, you'll often see food offerings set out on sidewalks, in front yards, or at crossroads. Plates of rice, fruit, cakes, with incense burning beside them. This is the ritual of feeding the hungry ghosts, a tradition that's been around for generations. The living prepare these meals out of compassion to share a little food and drink so that wandering spirits won't cause trouble, and so they may feel nourished and less tormented. But from this practice comes a serious warning. Do not touch or eat these offerings. Once food is offered, it's no longer ordinary. It's been dedicated to unseen beings. If you take and eat it, you're essentially stealing from the spirits. It shows disrespect and a lack of compassion. And in folk belief, it can provoke those souls to follow you, bringing misfortune into your life and your home. Some might say, but the food looks fine. Why let it go to waste? Remember, in Buddhist thought, once something is offered, it becomes sacred. Eating offerings is like breaking a bridge of kindness that someone else has built. It's an unwholesome act, and unwholesome acts ripen into bitter results. There's a story from southern Vietnam. On the Ghost Festival, a family placed offerings in their yard. After the ritual, a young man from the neighborhood walked by, saw leftover cakes, and casually ate some. That night, he dreamed of gaunt figures surrounding him, reaching out, demanding their share. From that day, his life fell apart. Business failed, health declined. At the temple, the monk explained that by eating the ghost's portion, he had created bad karma. Only after repenting, releasing animals, and giving food to the poor did peace return. Through the lens of Buddhism, feeding the hungry ghosts isn't superstition. It's an act of compassion and generosity. The living give, the departed receive comfort. If we interfere, we plant seeds of greed and disrespect for cause and effect. The Buddha taught, those who destroy the merit of others will see their own blessings disappear. If you've ever eaten from such an offering, the way to make amends is to sincerely repent, recite the Buddha's name, and dedicate the merit to wandering souls. At the same time, commit to doing good, give to the poor, release animals, or support temples. Good deeds heal the mistake. And don't forget to teach your children. Sometimes kids see candy or fruit left out and grab it, not knowing. Parents should explain that those offerings are sacred and not to be touched. It's a way to instill respect and boundaries. So ask yourself, how many times have we seen people casually taking food from a street offering, thinking it harmless? And have we realized that such actions reflect a deeper habit, a lack of compassion, and a disregard for karma? Ghost Month is our reminder to let go of greed, to respect even the unseen, and to share instead of taking. As the Buddha said in the Dhammapada, the wise do not take what is not given. Even a little taken wrongly plants seeds of hostility. So never eat offerings left outside during Ghost Month. Let them fulfill their true purpose, feeding the hungry dead, reducing their suffering. And in doing so, we plant seeds of goodness for ourselves. If you find this lesson meaningful, please like, subscribe, and share it, so more people can avoid this mistake. Namo Amitabha Buddha. Now we reach the 9th taboo of Ghost Month. Never mock, curse, or drive away beggars you see on the street. The 7th month isn't only the season of Ulambana, filial piety month. It's also called the month of pardoning souls. This is when the gates open and lost spirits return, many of them hungry and homeless. That's why people make offerings, scatter rice and salt, or hand out candy to children as a way of sharing with wandering souls. Because of that, our elders taught, when you see beggars or poor souls in this month, do not insult, scold, or chase them away. Sometimes they may not only be living people in hardship, they could also be the manifestation of hungry spirits, testing our compassion. If we respond with cruelty, we're sowing bad karma, and misfortune will eventually follow. One story tells of a rich man by the Red River. One Ghost Month day, an old beggar came to his door, frail and trembling, asking for leftover rice. Instead of giving, the master shouted, insulted him, and ordered his servants to drive him away. That night, he dreamed of a host of spirits at his gate, eyes glowing, warning, "You have wealth but no kindness. Your blessings will not last." Soon after, his business collapsed, illness spread in his family, and his household fell into ruin. The whole village remembered it as a lesson in karma. Buddhism teaches compassion as the root of all virtue. The Buddha said, "If someone asks, even for a twig, do not refuse." Giving not only relieves the suffering of others, it cuts through our own greed, anger, and ignorance. In Ghost Month, when you see beggars, think of them as opportunities to create merit. A bowl of rice, a coin, a small gift, when given sincerely, can dissolve untold hostility and generate blessings. If instead we mock and reject them, the harshness of that act will return to us. Cause and effect never miss. In the Anguttara Nikaya, the Buddha said, "An evil word brings suffering in its wake, but a kind heart brings joy that never leaves." Ghost Month is the test. Will we choose kindness or cruelty? So how do we make things right if we've already made this mistake? First, repent sincerely. Pray and recite Namo Amitabha Buddha or Namo Kshitigarbha Bodhisattva and dedicate the merit to the hungry spirits and to anyone you may have spoken harshly to. Second, practice generosity. Give what you can to those in need or make an offering at a temple as a way to correct the wrongdoing. Third, train your heart in compassion, in your thoughts and in your words, so negative karma can gradually dissolve. Think about it. How many times have we looked at a beggar and, even silently, judged them, lazy, faking it, and refused to give? How many times have we snapped at them without realizing we were planting bad seeds in our own life? Ghost Month is a chance to look inward. Learn to love, not belittle. To include, not push away. The Dhammapada says, "Conquering 1,000 armies is nothing compared to conquering yourself." Even a small gift, given with a pure heart, brings boundless merit. So the 9th taboo isn't just don't yell at beggars. It's a deeper lesson. Cultivate compassion, plant good seeds, and you'll reap good results. Let's repeat it clearly. In Ghost Month, do not mock, curse, or drive away the poor or homeless you meet. See them as an opportunity to create merit. Keep a kind heart and build blessings for yourself and your family. Friends, we've now walked through all 9 Ghost Month taboos. Hanging a wind chime over the bed, drying clothes outside at night, calling each other by name late at night, picking up stray money and taking it home, roaming around at night in lonely places, cutting hair or nails at night, staring into mirrors at night, eating street offerings, and scorning or cursing beggars. Each sounds small, but each carries a powerful lesson about cause and effect. Some may dismiss these as superstition, but looked at through the lens of Buddhism, every guideline has practical and human meaning. The 7th lunar month is considered a time of heavy yin energy, when many souls have not yet moved on. If we live carelessly and without mindfulness, we're basically opening the door to trouble. But if we respect karma and keep ourselves in check, Ghost Month becomes a chance to reform, give, and do good. These 9 taboos fall into 3 big themes. First, protect the body. Avoid drying clothes outside at night, cutting hair, nails at night, and looking in mirrors at night. These relate directly to physical well-being. The human body is rare and precious, so protect it. Ignore this, and health and peace of mind can suffer. Second, guard the mind. Don't call names at night. Don't hang a wind chime over the bed, and don't wander lonely places after dark. All of these can agitate the spirit. Night is yin. The mind is more easily disturbed. Stir it up, and you fuel fear and illusion. Keep it calm, recite the Buddha's name, and even darkness becomes peaceful. Third, practice compassion. Don't pocket found money, don't eat street offerings, and don't despise beggars. These test our greed and our kindness. If we grab what isn't ours, whether from the living or the unseen, we plant bad seeds. If we let go, give, and feel for others, blessings follow like a shadow. So no, these taboos aren't out of touch. They point us back to Buddhism's 3 essentials: care for the body, care for the mind, and nurture compassion. Ghost Month isn't unlucky. It's a monthly reminder to wake up, do good, and honor our parents and ancestors. There's an old saying, honor the sacred, observe the taboos, and life goes smoothly. Caution isn't fear, it's culture and wisdom, refined over centuries. Those who keep it stay safe, those who ignore it stumble. The Dhammapada reminds us, the wise see danger even in small things. The foolish ignore it and suffer. Ghost Month taboos are exactly that, reminders not to shrug off the small stuff. There's a story monks often tell. A teacher once told his student to pick up even a scrap of trash and throw it away properly, just to train carefulness. The student dismissed it as trivial. Later, that habit of ignoring small things led to a big mistake with heavy consequences. Ghost Month is like that. Keep yourself in check with little things, and you avoid big trouble. Ignore them, and you invite it. Ask yourself, how often have we brushed off our elders' advice? How often have we thought small actions don't matter, and later wondered if our misfortunes started right there? In the end, Ghost Month isn't just about avoiding taboos. It's about keeping the mind bright and choosing goodness. Instead of fear, take this time to give, release animals, chant sutras, recite the Buddha's name, and honor your parents. That is the true spirit of the Buddha's teaching. So let's say it once more. These 9 taboos aren't here to scare you. They're here to help you protect your body, your mind, and your compassion. So your home stays peaceful, your life flows smoothly, and your blessings grow. If this message helps, please like, subscribe, and share, so more people can understand, keep themselves safe, and plant good seeds during Ghost Month. Namo Amitabha Buddha. Now, when we talk about the 7th lunar month, alongside Ghost Month and its taboos, we also remember a sacred season, Vulan, the festival of filial piety. If Ghost Month reminds us to guard body, mind, and compassion, Vulan calls us home, to our roots, to gratitude for our parents, and to the practice of filial piety. In the Ulambana Sutra, the Buddha tells of Maudgalyayana Muk Kien Lien, one of his 10 great disciples, renowned for spiritual power. After attaining enlightenment, he searched for his mother and saw, with heavenly vision, that she had fallen into the realm of hungry ghosts, her belly swollen like a drum, her throat thin as a needle, tormented by thirst and hunger. He tried to feed her, but the food turned to burning coals. Heartbroken, he asked the Buddha for help. The Buddha taught that saving his mother required more than his own power. It needed the combined merit of the Sangha. On the full moon of the 7th month, he should prepare offerings and make sincere donations to monks in the 10 directions, then dedicate that merit to his mother. Through that collective virtue, she was liberated and reborn in a better realm. From that story, Vu Lan was born, the great season of honoring parents. It's not only a Buddhist tradition, it's woven into Vietnamese culture. A father's grace is like Mount Tai. A mother's love is like a spring without end. So the 7th month is both Ghost Month, reminding us to avoid harm, and Vu Lan, reminding us to fulfill our duty of gratitude. You can see the harmony. When we avoid the 9 taboos, we keep ourselves and our families safe. When we celebrate Vu Lan, we plant the blessings of filial piety for our parents now and for parents across lifetimes. A truly filial child moves heaven and earth. Blessings naturally increase. Many temples in the 7th month hold the Vu Lan ceremony with the rose on the chest tradition. Those with living parents wear a red rose. Those whose parents have passed wear a white one. Such a small flower, yet it carries so much feeling. If your parents are alive, cherish them. Love and care for them while you still can. If they've passed, remember them and dedicate merit for their peace and liberation. In Buddhism, filial devotion is the root of all virtue. The Buddha taught, filial piety is the foremost field of merit. A filial person gains blessings even from small actions. An unfilial person struggles even in great endeavors. That's why the 7th month isn't unlucky at all. It's a month of blessings, a time to deepen our gratitude and our compassion. Think about it. How many times have we been so busy with work that we forgot to call our parents? How many times have we told ourselves, I'll repay them later, only to one day realize, too late, that they're gone? The Vu Lan festival reminds us that filial piety cannot wait. Our parents are the living Buddhas in our homes, the greatest field of blessing we will ever have. And filial devotion goes beyond just our parents. It extends to our grandparents, our ancestors, and all those who nurtured us across lifetimes. From family, it grows into loyalty to our homeland, to our country, and compassion for all beings. When we widen our hearts in this way, compassion naturally deepens and good karma spreads everywhere. There's a moving story often told. A poor man who had lost his parents early in life made it his habit every 7th month to place just a small bunch of bananas and a stick of incense on the family altar. Though his offering was simple, his sincerity was complete. Years later, after he became successful, he continued the same practice and taught his children. True filial piety isn't about lavish offerings, it's about a sincere heart. As the Buddha taught, a single bowl of rice offered to one's parents outweighs piles of gold and silver given to the gods. Friends, Ghost Month teaches us to guard our body and mind. Vu Lan teaches us to guard our gratitude and love. One is about avoiding harm, the other about creating good. Together, they give us a life of harmony, peace at home, and lasting blessings. So when the 7th lunar month arrives, don't only think about taboos, think also about gratitude. Don't just fear wandering souls. Use this time to care for your parents, honor your ancestors, and extend compassion to all beings. That's the full, true meaning of this month in the light of Buddhism. If this message touches you, please like, subscribe, and share so more people can understand. And together we can plant the seeds of gratitude and kindness in this season of Vulan. Namo. Great Filial Bodhisattva, Maudgalyayana. Namo Amitabha Buddha. Now, after exploring the 9 taboos of Ghost Month and the spirit of Vulan, let's look deeper into the law of cause and effect and how to cultivate blessings during this month. Because at the root, all taboos and all good deeds point to one principle: cause and effect. What you plant is what you reap. The Buddha taught, beings are heirs to their karma, born of their karma, related to their karma, and live supported by their karma. Every action, no matter how small, creates seeds. Those seeds ripen into fruit without fail. No one escapes this law. That's why the 7th month is the perfect time to reflect on what we've planted and adjust before it's too late. If we plant seeds of greed, anger, selfishness, or disrespect, the fruits will be misfortune, sickness, accidents, unrest. But if we plant seeds of generosity, kindness, chanting, and filial piety, then this month becomes the very season when blessings ripen and families are protected. Ghost Month itself isn't scary. What's scary is the unwholesome mind. With a dark mind, every month brings trouble. With a good heart, every month is peaceful. Ghost Month simply makes the reminder louder. Avoid evil. Do good. So, how do we actually plant blessings this month? First, through generosity. Giving isn't only about money, it's also a smile, a kind word, a helping hand. When you meet the poor, give what you can. When you see someone struggling, offer encouragement. Generosity never makes us poorer, as the Buddha said in the Anguttara Nikaya. One drop of water given in generosity is as vast as the ocean. Second, through offerings. Making offerings to the Sangha and the Triple Gem during Vulan plants seeds in the purest field of merit. Even Maudgalyayana, the Buddha's disciple of great spiritual power, could not save his mother alone. He needed the collective strength of the Sangha. That shows the immense power of offerings. Third, through releasing life. Many temples hold ceremonies in this month where birds or fish are set free. Done properly, this is a way to save lives and extend our own blessings. But it must be done right. Buy animals already in markets, then release them into their natural habitat. Don't pre-order creatures for release. That only fuels more capture. Fourth, through chanting and prayer. Each verse, each recitation of the Buddha's name radiates good energy, dedicated to parents, ancestors, and all beings. Vulan is the perfect time to chant the Ulambana Sutra or the Ksitigarbha Sutra, praying for departed parents and restless spirits. That merit never disappears. It circles back to us. Fifth, through filial devotion. Filial piety is the root of all virtue. In this month, serve your living parents, remember your departed ones, honor your ancestors. The Buddha said, filial piety is the greatest field of merit. A filial child is blessed by Buddhas and protected by heavenly beings. There's a touching story. A poor man with aging parents had almost nothing to offer. When Ghost Month came, all he could afford was a lotus flower and a simple bowl of rice. Yet his parents wept with gratitude, for true devotion lies not in grandeur, but in the heart. This story reminds us, blessings don't require wealth, they require sincerity. Friends, cause and effect is the red thread that runs through life. In Ghost Month, avoiding taboos is only half the path. The greater task is planting blessings. Avoiding harm keeps danger away. planting merit brings good fortune. Together, they bring fullness to life. So ask yourself, how often have we focused only on dodging bad luck, while forgetting to plant good seeds? How often have we thought blessings come from somewhere far away, instead of from our own kind acts each day? The Dhammapada teaches, those who plant good, even if they walk through fire or water, will remain unharmed. So let Ghost Month be your chance to reform your heart, your actions, and your karma. That is the path to lasting peace. Friends, our journey together has now covered 12 parts. From the taboos of Ghost Month, to the meaning of Vulan, to the law of cause and effect, and the path of planting merit. Let's close with a final summary, a reminder to carry forward. The 7th lunar month has 3 names, each pointing to a great truth. Ghost Month, reminding us to avoid harm and protect our families. The month of pardoning souls, reminding us to dedicate merit to the restless dead. Vulan, reminding us to honor our parents and ancestors. The 9 taboos we studied: no wind chimes over the bed, no drying clothes at night, no calling names in the dark, no picking up stray money, no wandering at night, no cutting hair or nails at night, no mirrors at night, no eating offerings, and no mocking beggars are not superstition. They're cultural wisdom, rooted in Buddhist principles, reminding us to guard our body, mind, and compassion. Ghost Month isn't about planting fear, it's about planting mindfulness. This season reminds us that the world isn't only made of the living. There are countless unseen beings, restless and suffering, who also long for peace. Ghost Month teaches us to let go of greed, to guard body and mind, and to respect the law of cause and effect. It also deepens our understanding of gratitude, showing us that caring for our parents and remembering our ancestors is one of life's greatest blessings. Through the lens of Buddhism, the 7th lunar month is a season of merit. We create blessings by giving, by making offerings, by releasing life, by chanting, and by honoring our parents. These actions don't just bring peace in Ghost Month. They lay the foundation for blessings far into the future. The Buddha taught, merit follows us like a shadow that never leaves. Karma follows us like form to its reflection. So if we choose goodness and avoid harm, then every month becomes a lucky month. Some ask, if I avoid taboos and do good deeds, am I guaranteed peace? The truth is, karma is subtle and vast. No one can promise instant results. But one thing is certain, good seeds always grow into good fruit. Some sprout quickly, others slowly, but none are ever lost. The key is planting the right seeds. Think about it. Life is short. Sooner or later, we all leave this world. When that day comes, we take with us only the karma we've made, good and bad. Not wealth, not status. That's why Ghost Month isn't just about avoiding taboos. It's a reminder to wake up, to correct ourselves, and to plant seeds of compassion and gratitude. In the Ulambana Sutra, the Buddha said, "Filial piety is the greatest virtue. A child who honors their parents is praised by the gods and cherished by the Buddhas." Vulan, the festival of filial piety, falls in this very month. If your parents are alive, care for them, love them, and be there for them while you can. If they've passed on, chant, dedicate merit, and do good deeds in their name. Don't wait until regret is all that's left. Friends, after everything we've shared, the message of this video is simple. Keep your body pure so nothing can disturb you. Keep your mind clear so illusions cannot drag you down. Keep your heart compassionate so blessings can grow. Keep your filial devotion strong so life becomes full and complete. Namo Amitabha Buddha. Namo Kshitigarbha Bodhisattva. May you and your loved ones, through this ghost month and through your entire life, be safe, at peace, free from harm, filled with blessings, with hearts clear as mirrors and lives flowing in harmony. If you found this video meaningful, please like, subscribe, and share it so more people can hear the Buddha's teachings and join us in planting seeds of goodness. Namo Amitabha Buddha.